technology adoption in rural India has significantly gone up.
And technical skills will play a role, and at NIIT Foundation we are doing the same thing about integrating AI in every course that we deliver.
Thanks to the technologies of television, mobile networks, internet, I think all these three things have shaped the consumption and the future creation.
Welcome to this episode where we are going to be exploring the evolving landscape of skilling in India. The conversation today is especially close to my heart because we are going to be looking at skilling from various lenses, from the rural-urban divide, from technical and life skills, from the impact of AI on skilling. Eventually, the purpose of skilling any individual is so that they are able to lead a productive life. To get started, I'd love to know a little bit about your journey and about GMR Varalakshmi Foundation, where it all started and where do you see yourself going?
Thank you, Sapna. Thank you for having me here. Very little bit about myself. Started off as a natural scientist, in fact, an exploration geologist, mineral exploration geologist. Moved on to rural development, then got into MSME cluster development, private sector development, investment promotion, and then finally into sustainability and CSR tools. More about GMR Varalakshmi Foundation. Varalakshmi Foundation came into existence in 1993. It's a Section 8 company. And it has got three wings to it. One is the education wing, where there's a engineering college, there's a degree college, and there are 4 schools trying to address the needs of the communities in the space of education. There's a health wing which runs a 200-bedded hospital, a multi-speciality hospital in a place called Rajam. And then the CSR wing, which operates in 20 locations in the country, of which 15 locations we have got our own skill development centers, and that's why the topic for which you called me today is so close to my heart.
Let's start by addressing one of the common myths that a lot of people living in urban India have, that rural India is lagging behind, in technology adoption. And yet, there are so many TikTok videos. There are community, WhatsApp communities that are existing, that are managed at village level. There are, YouTube learning that is happening in rural India. So is it really, a true perspective? From your experience, what are your thoughts on that?
2025, we are discussing whether this is a myth or a reality. I would say surely it's a myth. And if you look at the data, it will tell you YouTube, TikTok you mentioned, the consumers as well as creators both exist largely in the rural areas.
Technology users in rural India is increasing dramatically. But then the next question that comes to mind is to say, if we were to look at skilling or building capacities, in your opinion, what kind of skills and capacities does rural India need today?
Technology is an enabler, like you said, and for the communities to be able to, use that technology from pure pleasure purposes or pure consumption purposes, the larger ecosystem also need to grow. Thankfully, India is poised at a very sweet spot there. Our economy is growing. There's a lot of mobility that's there. The startup ecosystem is warming up, and we are now getting more and more internationally mobile as well. And so therefore the technology adoption for rural youth to make use of it in its true capacity is going to be dependent upon not just the adoption of technology per se or using it, but also learning the skills of using that technology.
So I'd like to, take your perspective on, for the youth that are wanting to start their career journey, what would be the new first rung? What kind of jobs really are existing now with the AI and automation, impacting the entire job and workspace?
Construction jobs are going away. There's a lot of things, so wherever there are a lot of repetitive and I would say jobs which are injurious or maybe risky for human life, they are largely getting into the AI space and machine learning space. Repetitive things are always going to go away. So therefore, by default, for times to come, the skilling also has to shift. Technical skills, teaching them on the kind of skill sets which are required for today's production may not be valid in next 10 to 15 years, and therefore the shift has to be from skilling the people on not just the technical part of it but also the AI part of it.
My key takeaways, I think, from this conversation is really about building youth or individuals who have a global perspective but are rooted in, I think, the value system that India is known for.
Let's all of us commit ourselves to really contribute to the future of this country and this world by building great human beings, fantastic workers, and effective and high integrity citizens of this world.